Hello friends! Welcome to our channel, the Snooky Serna channel. Alam nyo ngayon, excited ako because isa po siya sa mga nirerespetong artista. Siya po ay isang beauty queen, two-time Best Actress awardee, and most importantly, a child of God, Miss Pilar Pilapil.
Hi, thank you.
Tita
Snooky.
Pilar!
Hi, thank you.
Tita, how are you?
I'm fine.
Tita, kamusta po ang abot kamay na pangarap?
Well, the role is kind of challenging. It's a villain's role, but bira na kaagad.
What I said is just a warning to you. I am here to go after you, kanyang people.
This is your first show after
Couple of years.
a couple of years.
Because I was with First Lady, First Yaya, First Lady. Because, somehow they don't offer me, insignificant roles. They always offer me significant roles.
Tita
So,
naman, and why not? They should, no?
Well,
Tita,
yeah.
You are, after all, Pilar Pilapil.
Well, yeah.
You have to go back and forth, Cebu, Manila.
my goodness.
Tita, ang hirap
With the traffic here in Manila,
Yeah, how do you
sometimes
do
it's faster for me
Yes,
to travel from Cebu to Manila.
that? Well, that's true. That is
It's so easy to travel from Cebu to Manila. When I get here, I get all the traffic. It takes even another hour,
That's true.
So,
That's true. Tita, you were named Pilar Delilah.
Yeah, the sinner and the saint, right?
Tita, that's so interesting. Why the name?
No, because I grew up with my aunt. When I was 4 years old, my aunt wanted me to be with her because she was an old maid. And we were 10 in the family. When I was about to be born or something, she already wanted to be part of me somehow.
Yeah.
And since she's a very religious woman, and October 12 was the time that I was born, and in Spain, that's supposed to be Nuestra Señora del Pilar Day. So that's why she asked my father to call me Pilar.
Pilar.
But my father and mother at that time were watching Samson and Delilah. They wanted to name me Delilah, but then my aunt wanted to put Pilar in it because of the
Tita, may
Nuestra Señora.
juxtapose doon,
So
ano?
Pilar, Delilah. That's how it happened.
Tita, you are the bunso.
I'm the youngest,
The youngest
of the
of
girls.
the girls. You belong to a big family.
Oh yeah,
How does it feel to belong to
well,
that big a family?
I can't imagine to be having a big family, but before, people had big families, so not so much anymore now. So it was a different way of thinking before.
Childhood mo, was it a happy childhood?
In the elementary grades, I had a happy childhood. You know how it is in the province. You climb trees, and we were by the sea. That's why I love beaches,
Tita, so
because I'm a nature person. Actually, the Pilapils are an old family in Liloan. So we have 2 ancestral homes there.
Wow.
So basically, that's where I belong. That's where I come from. I come from I wouldn't say aristocratic, but it's an old family.
But did you ever dream of being an artista while you were
No,
there?
I never dreamt of that. I just wanted to finish college and then study psychology. And I wanted to be a psychologist and maybe have a family, like, a normal family. When I graduated high school, during summertime, normally my mother would let us work, and some kind of a training for us. So at that time, summertime, I was working for my uncle, and Mario Veloso, who was then a JC. I don't know if you know the
Yes, the
JCs.
JCs.
Yeah. And what happened was that the JCs, his brothers from the JCs would come and visit him, and I would be serving them coffee and tea and all of that. And they saw me, and they started telling my uncle, we're sponsoring Binibining Pilipinas, from here. So that's how it happened. So what happened was that they were the ones pushing me to join the contest in Cebu to represent Cebu City for here, for Manila, for the Binibining Pilipinas here. So that's how it happened. I ended up, out of nowhere. You know how it is when you're young and you just go into things, right? And you're not really so conscious of everything.
Yeah,
That's
so-
how it happened. So I ended up here and represented the Binibining Pilipinas
So dito,
contest.
everything happened parang just by chance.
Yeah, just by chance. Or maybe it was
maybe
divine
it's
appointment.
divine
Maybe it was
appointment.
God's will,
Sumali ka ng Miss Universe.
Oo.
Siyempre, nanalo na ng Binibining
Oo,
Pilipinas.
yeah.
Tapos you were asked by Bob Barker. I saw this in your interview with Tito Boy.
I know. Because ang nangyari kasi, well, I don't want to mention names, but they just manipulated everything for me. I didn't have anything to do with it because they really wanted me in the pageant. But I remember Don Amado Araneta, the owner of Araneta Coliseum. He held me one time, at backstage, and he said, "Iha, I don't want you to win right now. I hope you will wait another 2 years so that you can win in the Miss Universe." That's what he said. I am sure after 2 years you will win. He was telling me he's the owner. He was already passed away long time ago. And not only that, he probably thought that I was too young. And he probably wanted me to still become more of a woman,
Tinanong ka ni Bob Barker. And you said, parang he asked you about your age? Or...
And I said, yeah. Well, what do you think? So I just smiled
Tito,
at him.
that's so smart of
I just
you.
smiled at him. What do you think?
Tito, did you walk out of the
No, I was
stage?
just being friendly with him.
Isa ka sa pinakamagandang babae sa industriya. How would a beautiful woman like you define beauty?
Beauty to me is really only shines through you. So, if you have beautiful features, that's a plus. But even if you have the most beautiful face, but if you have the ugliest heart, then you can never really be that beautiful. Beauty you can see through your eyes. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, they say. How can the beholder see beauty if there is nothing different about you?
Ano ang pananaw mo sa ganda noon, sa ganda ngayon?
Yun na eh. Iba yung standards ng ganda noon eh. At saka ng ganda ngayon. Ngayon siguro marami ng retoke, di ba? Marami ng kung ano-anong mga ginagawa. I have a very high standard of beauty.
Tita,
But now it's
who do
hard.
you think was the most beautiful person then?
I think
In the
Amalia
industry?
was.
Amalia.
I think Amalia was. Yeah. I've seen her features. I'm talking about features, okay?
right,
But
yes,
beautiful person, that's another story.
Beautiful person.
I'm talking about beautiful person I really don't know about before because I didn't really get to know them that well. But the only senior actress that I got to know well was Nida Blanca.
And she's beautiful.
And I think
inside,
Nida was a
no?
beautiful person. That's why because I got close to her. That she was the only one I got close to. But the rest, I'm not too familiar with them.
Speaking of retoke, what's your take on that? Is it bad or
I really
good?
don't agree with it, frankly, because I want to be able to grow old gracefully. It's always good to, let's say, for instance, use some creams or anything, but it would be nice if you kasi napupuna ko, na-try ko na isang beses yung mga botox na yan. It doesn't look natural. Isang beses ko lang na-try. Pero I didn't want to go back to that because never mind if I have a few lines here and there, like laugh lines or lines, but that's part of growing old gracefully.
Tita, you entered showbiz coming from a conservative family.
Not really. My father was Irish, half Irish,
Oh.
and my mother is also mestiza. And we were brought up not in a very Filipino, with very Filipino culture. We were brought
So
up with
open-minded,
Western
very
culture,
Western
but
based.
with Spanish discipline.
I mean, how was showbiz to you first time you entered it?
I really didn't know how to speak Tagalog at all.
I remember, Tita, we were doing a movie with Tito Eddie. And most often, you would speak in English.
Yeah, English. Because we would be speaking in English, friends and all that most of the time. So I had a hard time with Tagalog. Even up to now, nahihirapan ako sa
How
Tagalog.
did you learn Tagalog? I mean, how did you learn
Siyempre,
to polish
kailangan kong
your
magbasa ng
salina?
comics. Tapos kailangan kong magbasa ng script.
Talaga, Tita.
Tapos tinuturuan nila ko yung intonations and all.
You have showbiz friends, Tita? Do you have friends
I have
in the
naman.
industry?
But the thing is, since I'm a very busy person, I am only friends with them when I'm on the set. You know what I mean? I think there are some people in show business that are trustworthy. But frankly, a lot of people will not believe this. But I see better people in show business, to tell you frankly.
Really, yeah.
I see more sincerity, off the camera. Because I can discern people. I can discern when they are, when they are chismosas or they are marites or
Alam niyo na yung
you know what I
term.
mean? Madidiscern ko yan. Madidiscern ko yan. So I also choose the people whom I can trust. But there are some who are very trustworthy. But not all though, of course. In any business, there's always a snake in every forest, as they say.
People regard you as brilliant. Do
I'm
you
not.
think of yourself as
I don't really think I'm brilliant. I think I'm just, I learned through experience, I would say. I learned through experience. And the Lord has given me some gift of wisdom. But brilliance, I don't know. I'm not even scholastically brilliant, you know. I'm just, I think I'm just gifted with some wisdom. Yeah.
Is it a good thing?
It's a good thing, yeah. Because you can be very knowledgeable and no wisdom. It's better to have wisdom with a lot of knowledge without it.
That's true. Tito, what is good acting to you?
Well, in the first place, do you study your character, the character of the role, the character of that particular role that you are portraying? Because I do.
Ako, it depends, tita. Minsan, I just go with the flow.
No, you have to study all the time with the character of that particular role that you are portraying. Like for instance, there are actors that when you watch them in one film, it looks like their acting is the same everywhere. It shouldn't be the case. If whatever the role is, you have to be true to it. And for every role that you portray, dapat, ba't iba ang ano mo, ang atake mo, iba ang approach mo.
Sa bagay, that's true.
Tapos another role naman, iba naman din ang approach mo. Kasi iba naman yung role na yon.
You're right.
So it cannot be the same. Kailangan pag nanonood ng tao sa'yo, iba ka sa pelikulang ito, iba ka naman sa pelikulang ito, iba ka naman dito.
Meron ka pa bang role na gusto
Marami
gawin?
pa. Marami pa, Snooky.
Tita,
Ang
such
dami
as-
pang roles
such
that
as-
I could have.
Give me 3 roles that
I
you
have,
want to portray.
ang dami pang roles that
That come into your mind.
I could have portrayed. Marami.
Too
You
many
know what
to
happened
mention,
was that I actually missed a lot of good roles because there were some roles that were the good roles that were offered to me, and those were the times that I was so lost in the wilderness. And I had some upheavals, emotional upheavals, psychological upheavals. And I would not accept the role because I would go abroad and, you know, so I missed a lot. But there are some other roles that the producers or even the writers could have made for me. You know, especially now, they get me for villainous roles.
Right.
Kontrabida parate, I mean, you know. That's
But
not
it's never too late, tita. And
it's not too late for me because I know I can still do a lot.
Exactly.
But I don't know about the mentality of the system.
Was there ever a time that you felt that the movie industry betrayed you or failed you in
no.
some way?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say they failed me. I wouldn't say they betrayed me. But what I would say is that I have been very blessed for, imagine, to last 5 decades, and I'm still here, right?
Exactly.
I have been very blessed with projects and with my career in show business. But as I said, I could have been developed to have better, much more intelligent roles, much more substantial roles. You know, that's just what I missed. That's all.
Tita, on that light, do you think naman you failed the industry?
Oh, of course. That I can say. That maybe I did. Because I missed a few roles that were offered to me. So maybe I failed in that area.
At the height of your career, may time ka ba na overwhelmed ka?
What was overwhelming with me was not my career. Maybe because of my background, I used to just, you know, fame to me was not a big deal, to tell you frankly. So if fame was not a big deal to me, it would not have overwhelmed me. What overwhelmed me was my personal struggles, not my career.
Journey through life.
Yeah.
Where are you now at this point in
Oh,
your
I'm
life?
at a very nice level. You know what? I wouldn't exchange the life that I have now with the life I had when I was in my 20s or in my 30s. I have a very peaceful life. It's a simple life. not complicated, but, I should have had this life a long, long time ago. And it is my life in the Lord that is making me very peaceful, and as you can see, and it's not all the time happy, because happiness is temporary. But there's always joy, and of course, I still go through a lot of struggles in my life. But since the presence of God is there, so I am always sustained.
Ano yung mga naiisip mo sana ginawa mo? Sana hindi mo ginawa?
Ay, marami. There were so many useless experiences. Maybe I should make a movie, Useless Experiences.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Ay,
Experiences
naku,
that I should not have experienced. Of course, there were some experiences also that really I learned some lessons from, but there were many useless ones. I wasted a lot of my time.
Tita, would you like to share some of them?
I don't remember anymore. There were too many.
Tita, ano nga bang life lesson mo?
Ang life lesson ko is that in life, it is always important to start on the right foot. But unfortunately, I started on the wrong foot. That is why I ended up going through a lot of struggles. If you start on the right foot, life will be kinder to you. Life will be easier because you started on the right foot.
That's true.
That's why for every decision that you make, you always have to think about it a million times, especially major decisions in your life. But fortunately, even if I started on the wrong foot, because God saved me, the Lord saved me, this is the secret of people. This should be the lesson that I can share to people who started on the wrong foot. Kasi marami dyan nakikinig sa atin na started on the wrong foot already. So when I got saved by the Lord, He restored me and healed me and put me back to where I was before, originally. And then I was walking again with my right foot.
Everything is
And so I ended up now with the right foot. So that's the lesson I can share. That's the lesson that needs to be learned. That it's always important to start on the right foot. But then, there's another thing. Some people also start on the right foot. And then, nung tumanda, they ended up doing the wrong things. And they start using their wrong foot.
Exactly.
So, paurong naman. Mayroon namang ganon. That's what you call late bloomers.
Mga late bloomers.
Yeah, because especially that they were not able to enjoy their lives at such a young age. They got married right away. They had children. And all of a sudden, after how many years, they realized, wow, I missed so much in my life. I wanna try to bring back my youth and do this thing and do that thing. And so that's what happens,
Who is Pilar then and now?
Oh, 365 degrees change. Although originally, when I was a young girl, the way I see it is what I am now. You know what I mean? When I was not involved with anything, any worldly things yet in my life.
Hindi ka pa adulterated.
Exactly. Parang it's a chain. It's a cycle, Now I'm definitely a much better person, a woman for that matter.
Tita, would you say that you're at peace now? You're more at peace now?
Yeah, of course I'm more at peace now, but of course, as I said, there are still some struggles every now and then because we're still here in this world, we're still dealing with humans. Even your husband is still human, even your children are still human, you're dealing with a lot of, still a lot of
worldly struggles.
Obstacles, because there's only one person that can try to control, and that's yourself. The rest, you cannot.
Anong sasabihin mo, Tita, sa young Pilar?
You were such a beautiful, nice girl, and all of a sudden, you were surrounded by wolves. And somehow, you got overcome by them. So the young Pilar should stay the way she is and not be overcome.
We will go to Flash the movie.
Oh, uliran, yes. That's where I won Miss Best Actress, Manila Film Festival. Yeah, I was working with Amalia and Boots Adson Roa.
Tita, how was it working with the two queens?
Oh, it was nice. They were fine. I had no problems with them. Since I was the youngest, then they were quite nice to me. I also got close to Boots, actually, and also to Amalia somehow. As a matter of fact, when she was already sick, I went to her house a couple of times and ministered to her.
Oh.
Yeah, and we were crying together.
This is
El Pinoy Matador.
with Tita
Wow.
Dolphy.
Yeah.
1917.
Oh, yeah, that was quite memorable. That was my first encounter with love.
Tita, first love mo ba si Tita Dolphy?
Actually, that was my first serious involvement. Yeah. Actually, he wanted to marry me.
Dito.
But my father, my parents, especially my father, I was very young, so they were very much, especially my father, was very much against it. I had no other choice.
Sabi nga ng mama mo, dito kita matatagpuan.
Salamat. Salamat at nakaligtas ka, Dolfo.
Salamat din at nanganib ang buhay ko. Kung hindi ko pa malalamang mahal mo rin pala ako.
With Fernando po Jr., ang
Oh, yeah,
Alamat,
Alamat.
1970.
Yeah. He was a kind man, compassionate, very loving. He had a lot of love in him. I think he had to give it to a lot of women.
He did not try to court you or...
Ay, nako, lahat naman sila eh. Diba? I mean, I don't blame them. Do you?
I don't. I would be surprised if you did not.
Ano ito?
Isang gabi
tatlong babae. Oh, this was by
𝐬𝐴Lwood
Perez, yeah.
Tita, you were nominated for Best Actress of Fama.
Pero alam mo naman, hindi naman ako masyadong malapit doon sa kanila. So, anyway.
Tita.
Ganon.
Would you like to expound? Joke.
No.
I'm
Joke lang
joking.
yun. Joke lang yun.
Tita, memories of this film.
Alam mo, naku, those were the times na talagang malandi talaga ang role ko dyan. Naalala ko eh.
From now on, wala nang angkas-angkas. I'm not a hitchhiker anymore. Zelda Soler. De Calibre. De Coche. Putang ina. Matauwang ka nga.
Those were my lost years also. 𝐬𝐴Lwood is nice to work with. He's never heavy. He's very light. He's very playful with his scenes and with the words that you say. He's very playful director. Maganda rin yan. Divorced Filipino style. You know what? That guy 𝐬𝐿wood is ahead of his time eh. Kasi can you imagine at that time, gumagawa na siya ng divorced Filipino style? Ngayon pa lang, kaya nagkakasundo kami because we're ahead of our time. That's what I mean. Aban ba yan? Kasi can you imagine, ngayon lang pinag-uusapan yung divorce sa Senate, di ba? Tapos matagal na yung ginawa. So he's also ahead of his time. Sinong pipigil sa pagpatak ng ulan? Okay.
1979.
1979. That was a good film. Robert Arevalo, J. Ilagan, Charo Santos was the Japanese woman who died, right? Maganda yung film na yan.
Totoo ang kasabihan na mas malapot ang dugo kaysa tubig. Alam ng Diyos na pinilit kong kunin ang lugar ng iyong ina. Hindi ko nagawa. Alam din ng Diyos na pinilit ko siyang palitan sa puso ng iyong ama.
This one is...
Napakisik Kuya Eddie.
Kuya Eddie. 1986.
That was very good. I won Best Actress there for Orian,
For the
1986-87. Hey, Lino is a good director. He's more of an actor's director. He really hones his actors. He's a good motivator.
Kaya huwag kayong magmamanis. Kung ano man ginagawa ko, natutunan ko yan sa inyo! Tama na! Kapatid mo, papatayin ako. Tama na. Papatayin ako.
Kailan mahuhugasan ng kasalanan?
Tita, you were nominated
Yeah,
here
yeah.
for Best Supporting
Kailan
Actress.
mahuhugasan ang kasalanan? I think Eddie played an impotent husband or something.
Tita,
And I was
1991.
frustrated about that.
1991,
1991, Urian.
Urian.
Oh.
Kailangan ko din ang asawang makakasiping!
Walang hiya ka!
Bago ko manampal, buhayin mo muna yan!
Sisilihan ko yung...
Sige, sige!
Leona Calderon.
Tita,
To me,
tita,
that's my best film.
2013.
To me, that's my best film.
This is your favorite
Yeah,
film.
this is my favorite film. It's an indie film, but it's my favorite film. It
Tita,
was
this was
shot in London, yeah, for 3 months. And it was a very good, basta maganda ang istorya, tapos maganda lumabas. Kaya lang, hindi masyadong naging commercial or commercially acclaimed because it was an indie film, but it was a good film.
We can book some more appointments for you so that we can tell you more about the procedure, the risk factors, and what to expect after the operation.
The only good thing that I'm looking forward to right now is my retirement.
Etiquette for Miss.
I was just a supporting actress there.
Tita,
I
but
had
you
a-
got nominated for Best
Yeah, I
Supporting
know. I had a
Actress
short
Awards.
role, but it was quite a significant role. I won Best Supporting Actress there.
You won for two scenes lang, Tita.
O,
Gano'n ka kagaling.
dalawang eksena lang ata.
Nakakatawa, no? I'm the wife, and you're the mistress. At this point, what's the difference between you and me? Parehong iniwan. Parehong ipinagpalit.
How was it working with
Okay lang.
Claudine?
I've worked with Claudine before. For 2 years.
Oh, yes.
Dulo nang walang hanggan.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Tita Channel.
I'm actually close to Claudine, by the way.
Good person. No?
Yeah, so many misjudgments about her.
Exactly. Good. Pick a name naman.
Oh, Fernando Po Jr. Ronnie was my first producer, by the way. When I just came back from the Miss Universe contest, he asked his production manager to go to Cebu and look for me.
Talagang skinout.
Talagang, siguro he really eyed
you
on
out.
me. Probably he saw something. So for Fernando, Ronnie, you have good taste. Oh, Claudine!
Si Clau. Hi,
Claudine, forget about the past. Move on. Claudine, you're such a nice woman and you deserve more. Sharon Coneta, I know there are many things. I always listen to you online and there's so many struggles also that you go through. But Sharon, you are you and no one else can be Sharon. Touché. Benjamin Mendoza, you read my book. Benjamin Mendoza was a very famous painter from Bolivia. He went to my place and he used to watch me when I was taping this girl Pilar in ABS-CBN, and he would sketch me, beautiful sketches of me, and this guy is a visionary. He was able to make a sketch of me for 6 stages in my life, which was not even happening yet at that time. And then, when he was already in jail, when he was in Krame, he sketched me again, and he left a sketch of mine with Anding Roses. And he wrote it down there in that sketch. I can see that your glorious beauty is handled like melodious notes, standing to understand admirers that normally follows abstract judgments. Amazing. Nagets niya na bata pa ako. Benjamin Mendoza, you are brilliant. Dolphy, ikaw talaga. Dolphy was a real person, and I thank him for all the love. He was a very loving person. Pia, my daughter. Pia Laurel. Pia is a very smart kid, very loving too, since she's my only daughter. There are no words that I cannot say about her. All the good things that I can say. All she has to do is to be able to overcome whatever she goes through in life. Pia, I love you.
How are you as a mom? Tita?
As a mom, I may not be perfect, but I think I'm a good mother. I think
You're
I'm
really
not
a
perfect,
wonderful daughter.
but I think I'm a good mother.
Tita, last and final question. What is the best thing about being Pilar Pilapil?
You know, I don't want to think too much of myself. I can only describe myself, or the best thing about me is that I'm loving, I am kind. Somehow, I always consider how other people feel. Another best thing about me is that I am with the Lord. So this is the best thing that ever happened to me. Words to ponder taken from the Bible in 1 John 3, verse 6. No one who lives in him keeps on sinning. No one who continues to sin has either him or known him. Amen.
Firstly, I would like to thank Miss Eileen Austria and her staff of Valle Verde 6 Clubhouse, where we are at now.
Yes.
Thank you very much for accommodating us. And of course, I'd like to say thank you to Hair Shaft Salon, sa friend ko kay Lucy, Mekaniko, Jill Stewart for my eyewear. Thank you also to 𝐬𝐡𝐢𝐳 Chang, Omnident Dental Center at E. Rodriguez Senior Avenue, Cubao, Quezon City for my smile. To our new sponsor, Miel Mason, Home Fragrances. Maraming salamat sa inyong support. A very special thank you to Shirley and Mark and Ina. Thank you very much. Coffee Buddy, maraming salamat sa inyong support. Parate, yummy food always from you. Thank you guys. They're located at 118 Don A. Rosas Avenue, Diliman, Quezon City. Thank you to Mark and Christine Vasquez. Thank you. Greater Delights sa napakasarap na pagkain. Thanks to Miss Joy Damasco Maasim. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Lash Meetup, thank you very much po for my eyelash extension. Thank you very much. And Leia, Bernardo's Golds and Diamonds for my jewelry. Thank you very much. I hope you like our beautiful,
white roses.
For a beautiful woman like yourself.
Purity.
Purity, tita. And tita, from Mia Mison,
Home fragrance.
Home fragrances.
Thank you very much. It was a
tita.
pleasure.
Guys, if you like the vlog today, please like, share, and subscribe. Sa mga hindi pa po nagsusubscribe, please subscribe. Sa mga 200,000 plus subscribers, tita, nagpapasalamat ako sa kanilang lahat. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for all the help, guys. Maraming salamat, ha. Please don't skip the ads, guys. Again, I would like to say thank you.
You're most welcome, okay? It's my pleasure.
Thank you, tita. Ito po si Snooky Serna, and always remember that whatever happens, rain or shine, friends po tayo. Bye!
Okay. Yeah, you did very well. It was a good interview.
Okay yan. Sa editing na lang.